Okay, quick follow-up to the video we put out last night on ECA. Here was the daily 3-day pullback after gapping up into space here. I liked it. Never found an entry today. It gapped up a little bit and sold straight off. If you've heard any of our other videos or seen any of our other videos, you know I spend usually the first 10 or 15 minutes trying to build a list of early high-volume movers so we can add to our overnight watch list. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not looking to jump in anything like an ECA right off the bat. Did give a nice turn here, but I didn't do anything with it. I never caught it. And then you can see it just chopped around, pushed back down. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this thing. I didn't get a trade in it today. One of these days, if it can get up, switch to 30s here, get up clearly up in the 20, 30 area, we could get another nice move. But I'm not. This won't be number one on my watch list tomorrow. It's not that compelling of a chart. Seems to be kind of married to that $20 area. So anyway, nothing there. It didn't have a whole lot of anything. QCOR was one that gapped up early. This one I know has a lot of shorts in it. It's a very tricky trader though, and they gapped up on earnings. And again, I didn't make an official call. When it looked like this, I did say over the microphone to our chat, QCOR is starting to get interesting here. But that's as far as I went with it. I never took a trade in it myself. And right after I said that, and believe me, our chat room's not that strong. This thing pushed up like crazy, but I never caught a trade in it. UAL, United Airlines, was given that bottom feeding look on this push down to $20. I put it on the projector. I believe showed everybody that hey, this one could be bouncing off of 20, could be doing a little wash and rinse below 20. And some of our members did take it once it broke this candle that I'm showing you there, right there. I didn't make an official call on this one either. I pointed it out to everybody and gave my thesis on it of a possible bounce off 20. But anyway, you can see it, a very nice close. It never looked back. Gave one of those V bottoms that we love, and had quite a few members make money on that, even though I didn't. And then, if you were watching the market trade today, you saw CLNE go crazy and WPRT. I believe that's on Obama in Miami talking about cars, more cars, and they need to be running on natural gas. Well, once I saw that move, I didn't want to chase it. And so on this pullback here, I projected both those charts and said they could be worth a look over a previous 5-minute candles high. I'll zoom in so you can see it better. Once it looked like this, in the case of WPRT, that would have been 42.29, which would be right there if the next candle gets there, and a stop right below 42. And it triggered, held the stop, and then finally, now this is a characteristic of the new market, if you will. It chopped around for a good 15, 20, 25 minutes and then finally took off. So it did hold the stop though and gave I don't know, what did I say the entry was? 42.29, and it went to 42.89. So a 60-cent move there over the course of about a half hour. So I think we had some members take those. CLNE did okay as well. But that's it. Let's talk about the SPY real quick, and then I'm going to get out of here. Again, another day, sold off early, and then a very nice bounce. Had you had something, been looking for an intraday bounce, and again, I was trying to build a list for the room, so I didn't catch anything on the bounce here. And then the market just grinded higher, took out the high of the day, hiccuped a little bit, and then just kept going. And then we ran into that 4-hour base, and then a little pop at the end. So if you look at the daily, we're incredibly strong still, but not a lot of volume, and still climbing higher, still holding this channel we talked about before. It's just in this tight channel, grinding higher, little by little. And you can see the March highs or April highs from last year. We've come a long way to get here, and we're right in that area. So what to expect here. You would expect some kind of a pullback before we break through, if we're going to break through. But the market's not so predictable like that. I mean, these channels, you see them more often than you used to, where they just keep grinding higher. So we're in the chat room every day looking for individual anomalies, stocks that are trading on their own formation on volume and that sort of thing, trying to bottom feed on intraday sell-offs. Stuff like I just showed you, CLNE, WPRT, QCOR was on watch, and that sell-off on UAL. That's the kind of things we're focused on, because otherwise stocks, not a lot of intraday movement as a general rule. We got a great group in there, always looking for the high volume movers, and a bunch of good trades were placed in our chat room today. And actually, I've got a new system in the morning where I add to our overnight list. And man, that list I'm building on the early volume plays is giving some beautiful setups. I just haven't quite refined exactly, which ones to follow and how to get in them yet. We have, I did a nice trade in GCI, I think it was yesterday. Today I had a list of a few, and man, I'm not going to show them because they just tore it up, and I, like a fool, I missed the entries. But they gave some really clean entries. So anyway, I'm not going to babble any further. Still working on that morning volume idea of mine. But otherwise, like I said, we're following intraday volume on different stocks, and pretty successful. A pretty good group in there. A lot of people looking for the setups, but nothing to really brag about today. Still staying safe though, and and trying to stay focused on what we know works. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll talk to you later.